Welcome back. You're watching Newsmaker Live. My guest this evening from the St. Lucia Motor X Club, the President Kevin Elcock, the Vice President Oswald Simon. We're talking about a number of issues involving motorcycles, from safety to the plans for the new executive, or the plans of the new executive for the St. Lucia Motor X Club, which we were discussing before the break. You were telling us you have some big, major plans for St. Lucia as far as motorcycling. Tell us a little more about what your plans are from the Motor X Club.
Of course, our plans, every year we usually do a trip over to St. Vincent, where we go celebrate their independence with them, just like they always come over to celebrate independence with us.
Okay, well, we have a call. Good evening, you're on the air.
Mr. Kendall Burton.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your question or comment?
My question is, does someone have to have a driver's license to learn how to ride a motorcycle?
I didn't quite hear that.
Does someone need a driver's license for them to learn how to ride a motorcycle?
Did you hear that? You want to take that on?
Yeah. Well, if you're learning how to ride with us, with us being a club, we usually teach our members to ride in an enclosed environment, off-road, off the government road. So you don't necessarily need a license to learn, and keyword to learn how to ride with us.
But you need a permit?
No.
So the permit applies only for
if you're going to be using the road.
Okay, we have another call. Good evening, you're on the air.
Kendall, and good evening to your guests.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
These two young men, I must congratulate them on the fact that they are such very careful riders, but I must tell them they are not typical of St. Lucia motorcyclists.
Right.
I am a motorcyclist myself. I'm 70 years in March, and I've always loved motorcycles. In fact, I think I may be the only person who has ever ridden a motorcycle, a 175, from Maho to Fonsesac in the forest. And I must say, I admire the discipline involved in your kind of motorcycling. I wish some of that would filter down to the people who claim to be motorcyclists, but who to me either suicidal or murderous or both. Because I've seen examples of the kind of riding that they do. And not too long ago either. See a man, coming around the bend at about 40. He's in the middle of the road and coming up a sharp bend. At that speed, as you would know as motorcyclists, you have to have that bike at an angle going around that bend. And in the middle of the road, you don't give yourself much chance for taking any kind of evasive action. So, I would say kudos to you all, and I do wish all motorcyclists riding today would first have a stint with your Motor X Club. Good job. A good job, Kendall, as usual.
Are you still riding?
Myself? Occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
I love bikes. Actually, anytime I see a bike, I get an itch in my hands.
So, why aren't you a member of the Motor X Club?
Pardon?
Why aren't you a member? Maybe they could benefit from your experience.
Would you accept me?
Of course we would.
I'll be 70 next month, you fellas.
Of course we would.
Of course you would.
I'm sure you have a lot of good experiences to run by us.
I live down in Labrie. I'm far from the headquarters.
Okay, I'm sure we would appreciate it if you drop by when we do have our events, though.
All right. Thanks for the invitation. I'll certainly do that if I'm around.
You're most welcome, sir.
Anyway, best of luck, and I wish, like I said, other motorcyclists should take a page from your book.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care. You were talking about St. Vincent Independence and your participation there.
Yeah, every October we go over to St. Vincent to celebrate with them. They always host a major motocross race over there, which of course Mr. Simon and myself always take part in. Let's not forget, this past October we were out there where we claimed the regional title. Individually, I took first place, he took second place, and we went up against the best from the likes of Martinique, Antigua, Trinidad, and a number of other islands.
Okay, we have another call. Good evening, you're on the air.
Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Burton, Mr. Elcock, sorry, Mr.
Good
Simon.
evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Again, congratulations on a job well done. I'm almost a veteran in the sport, but I'm still trying to be active again. And these guys have brought that zeal back into me. And there's a lot for them. And in society, it's good that it's a youthful organization. And now at the helm, you have youth, taking what started as a 5-man sport, more or less, to the new era, the new age. And I'm happy Mr. Elcock mentioned St. Martin, because believe it or not, Mr. Burton, we started this out way before a lot of persons. Unfortunately, we have not climbed, and there's many reasons behind that, whether it be government reasons, whether it be the support of the general public, whether it be ourselves as individuals, many reasons. But the fact of the matter is the torch is still there burning, and these guys are carrying it through. And I wish them all the best, and I'm doing it publicly, because I believe they deserve it, and they had a good showing. And it says a lot. Martinique is now once again interested, and as your news broadcast said, it's about sports tourism. And this is a sport, I believe, that has not been given an opportunity to show the growth within sports tourism. St. Vincent is doing better than us, as Mr. Elcock just alluded to. But we will steadfast, and once we get the necessary support, and I'm calling to the necessary powers that be, they know themselves, to put a hand behind this organization, which is how old again, Mr. Elcock? Was striving since 1991. Was striving. Keep the flame burning, and there's a lot more coming from these guys. All the best.
Thank you very much for your call.
Thank you very much.
But what options are available to persons like the gentleman who called from Labrie as far as membership? Does that in any way restrict his participation?
No, not at all. We do have something called an affiliate membership, whereby you may not be able to accompany us at every meeting or at every event, but your ideas are always welcome. Your experience, of course, goes a long way, and we open our doors to you participating in our events at anyone which you would like to,
Okay, let's go back to some of the activities that you have planned. You touched on something that piqued my interest. Is the biggest exposition that St. Lucia has ever seen. Tell me about that.
Like I was saying, I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag too much. But
too late for that.
But we have planned. We do have the idea, and we're hoping that we could see it pull through. What we actually want to do, well, we would need a lot of support from a lot of big businesses out there, and a whole lot of support from the government as well.
Okay, we have another call. Let's take that call. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, good
I have
evening.
2 questions for your guests.
Good evening.
Okay.
Sir.
Good evening, sir.
Number 1, how much does it cost to learn how to ride off-road? And where are you all located?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Simon, I'll let you answer that.
To ride off-road, which is on the track, of course, it will not be too much of a cost for any one person. We'll make the training available. We will make some of the motorcycles available, and if the person have the gears, no problem. If you don't have the gears, we will make the gears available to them.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Just a small cost, just to put gas back into the motorcycle, and that's all it may
On average, how long does it take a person to become adept at handling a motorcycle, a first timer?
We first about 2 days, 3 days training. Yeah.
2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days training.
Okay. And you asked about your location.
In Castries, we located in Castries. If you want to reach us, any of us, we can give our cell number where he can contact us, and we'll take it from there.
You want to give out those numbers?
Well, we could give out the number for the club's phone, which is actually 712-7990.
That's 712
7990.
990. Okay. Let's go back to your big plans that's going to need so much financial support. Go ahead.
Yeah. Of course, we're looking at this event. It's something that you've probably seen only on television. It's something that hasn't happened in St. Lucia before. You know, what we're actually looking at doing is bringing in freestyle riders.
Okay, you tell us more about that. Did you for a break? We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll learn more about this big event that Mr. Elcock has planned for St. Lucia. You're watching Newsmaker Live. I'm Kendall Burton. We'll be right back.